everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be putting more things into existence and more feeling and knowing something. The title and the subject, what we're going to be talking about today is, if you want it, then it's meant to be. Whatever you want in life, it's meant to be. Meaning that you're going to get it. You don't have to feel like you're not going to get it. A lot of people say, oh, if you don't get it, then it means it wasn't meant. If you want something, it's meant to be, because if you didn't want it, you wouldn't be focusing so much on it. You wouldn't care about it. When you want something, you will go and get it. You can't tell me that a person that really wants something, it's not going to go and get it. If, for example, if you've been wanting this red Corvette for the last 10 years, you've been wanting a red Corvette. You finally got in a position and finally got in a part of life where you can afford the red Corvette. You got the $50,000 in your pocket, and you know that's what you wanted all your life. Do you honestly think that person going to take that $50,000 and go spend it on something else? They go and get that Corvette because it was meant to be. They always wanted it. It didn't ever go away. It was something that didn't ever wash off of their memories. It stayed strong in the memory. It's because it was meant to be. If you want something, then it's meant to be. Always remember, you go after whatever you want. If you can feel it and you can see it, it's meant to be. You just waiting until you get it into your possession, until you get it into your hands. So don't ever feel bad if you don't have something that you want, because it is meant to be if you want it. If you don't want it, then it's a possibility that it may not be meant. You have to really want something in order for it to be meant to be. It's like in relationships. It's like in anything you do out your life. If you claim that that woman is yours and she's meant to be, and you believe you're going to marry that woman, and you believe that out of all your life, out of your heart, y'all been dating maybe 5, 6 years, 7 years, whatever, and you just know in your mind, and that's all you always say, I'm going to marry Jill. Me and Jill going to be together. You better believe it's meant for you and Jill to be together, because you wouldn't have ever felt that way. You wouldn't have ever known that it was meant to be. You can tell when something is meant. They always say that whenever something is meant to be, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it. And it really is the truth. You're going to know it. It's not a doubt in your mind. It doesn't matter what nobody tell you. They can't change your mind. You're going to know it. You're going to see it. And you're going to feel it. And you're going to believe it. So whenever things like that come, it's meant to be. So if you were a mate and you know that person, you feel you can't see yourself living without that person. You can't see yourself going on to another level without seeing that person there, or that person not being around you or in that captivity. It means it's meant to be. Because you want baby to focus and to do what you need to do. Because if that person is not there, you're going to start falling apart. Because that person is meant to be there. Some people are meant and some people are not meant to be in your life. Just like some things are meant in your life and some things are not meant in your life. But I know if you want it, it's meant to be. Whatever you want, you better believe it is meant to be, and you're going to have it. It's going to come. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but it's going to come. You have to be the one with the patience, and you have to be the one that allows yourself to receive what is meant to be. If you don't have a receiving mentality and a receiving mind on knowing how to receive things that's going to come to you, then you can't receive anything because you don't know how to receive it. You have to allow yourself to be in a position that you can receive things that's going to come along to you. In order to allow yourself in a position to receive stuff, you have to be open-minded. You have to be really willing and ready to receive anything that's coming to you. Rather it's good or bad. You take the good and the bad, and you can always change the bad into good. It's what you make out of things. It's how something will turn out to be. It's what you think is how something will turn out to be. It's whatever you choose to do. It's how life will manifest itself to you. You are the biggest person in this world that makes the world go round. We are the one that makes everything. Without the people, you don't have a world. You don't have anything. So we play a major part in this world because we make the world go round, and the world need us. We are needed. We are acknowledgement. We are major acknowledgement on the earth. So whatever you feel in your heart is meant. If you want it, then it's meant to be. You just got to go after it and know when the right time, and allow it to come to you and foreplay to you. Let it come to you so you can receive what is meant for you. If you want it, then it's meant to be. A lot of people don't know how to allow those things to happen. A lot of people rush things. A lot of people go ahead of things before time. If something is meant to be, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. That means it's meant. You can't go before it and rushing it and messing things up, because then you're only going to put yourself behind. You're going to keep putting yourself behind on things by rushing it. You breathe and let things come to you the way it's supposed to come. And when it comes to you the way it's supposed to come, it's going to fall in the right place. And it's going to fall where everything is understandable to you, and you can recollect it, and you can notice it, and you can see it. But you have to be willing, and you have to be able to know when to receive it, how to receive it, and how to allow yourself to encounter all the good things that you know that's meant for you. If you don't know how to do these things, then you're going to set yourself back. If you have doubt in your mind, you have fear in your mind, that's things that's going to put you way behind. That's not going to allow the things to come to you very clearly and very freely. You have to allow yourself to be open to anything, open-minded, open-hearted. You have to be able to receive things and go through things in order to know what you want, or what is meant to be, what is going to be in my life. If you didn't go through anything and you didn't have any things to go through or fall back on, then it's going to be hard for you to receive things in life. It's going to be hard for you to know if something meant for you, because you're standing on a piece of wood, but it's no foundation at the bottom. You don't have any foundation that you built and you started on to continue your life, so you can know and recognize these things off back. People that knows it and been through things, they can recognize it really off back. It comes very fast and very soon. So at the end of the day, you have to always remember what is meant to be. If you want it, then it's meant to be. Don't contradict yourself. Don't confuse yourself. Don't put things off. Don't doubt yourself. Don't have fear coming up and saying, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to get this. I've been wanting this home all my life. How I know I'm going to get the home? How I'm going to know I'm going to get this? If you want it, then it's meant to be. You go to get the home. The home is just not going to come on your timing. The home is not going to come on your time, and it's not going to come on your when you want something to happen. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen, on the university time, on God's timing, not yours or mine's. Our timing is very different. Our timing may be more faster than what the university have the time for us to get it or to release it to us. So you have to go with the flow and allow it to be released to you, and be willing to receive. Everybody knows something. If it's meant, if you want it, it's meant. I always wanted a home. Always did. And just using this as an example, always wanted a home. I was always the one to get the apartments. I live in apartments all my life. I live in trailers all my life. I never was able to succeed and get a home on my own. When I start to realize that if you want it, then it's meant to be. It's just not on your timing, Lacey. When you wanted the home is going to come. It's going to come when it's meant and when it's the right, perfect time for you, because you're going to be ready to receive it. You're going to be ready to encounter it. You're going to be ready to get whatever is yours. So all those other years and all those other times I wanted the home so bad, I couldn't ever get it. I watched other people get homes, get everything before I did. And then when it's meant, I had to learn that sometime what you want may not be meant for the place where you're at. And when I, as soon as I noticed that I was in the state of Louisiana, and the state of Louisiana was not meant where my home was meant to be. My home was meant to be out of state, in a state that receives me, understands me, and knows who I am, and allow me to be who I am. So when I got there, that's when everything started to open up for me. That's when the home, my life, I started getting more things than I ever had gotten in the state that I was at. It's because I wasn't ready to receive it in the state of Louisiana. It wasn't meant for there in that state. But when I left and went to Atlanta, it was meant in that place because that's where he had the home for me. As long as I was in, I call it Louisiana, but it's Louisiana. I call it Louisiana. As long as I was in Louisiana, I couldn't ever get the home that I wanted. I lived in some of the top notches apartments. I can tell you that. I lived in the very expensive apartments where you had to pay $1,500 to $1,700 rent a month because that's how nice the apartments that I lived in because I loved it. I always was a person that believed it and knew that I was fancy and I deserved more and I knew that I would get more in life because I knew if I wanted it, it was meant to be. Because I wanted more, I got more. That's the mind frame you have to have. If you want more, you're going to get more. If it's meant, if you want it, then it's meant to be. It's all how you feel. It's all what you bring it into your existence, what you bring into your captivity. You have to be ready to receive it. I wasn't ready to receive the things that if it would have been in Louisiana, I wasn't ready for it because if I was, I would have received it there. I didn't ever receive it there. I went through my worstest and hardest struggles in Louisiana. Louisiana just reminds me of the struggle where I wouldn't ever forget where I come from. That's all it reminds me of because it didn't give me anything, but it taught me a lot and it took a lot from me. But the most best thing is that it taught me to be better and stronger. So I had to be in Louisiana to go through those things that I went through because it was meant for me to go through those things to be able to get to where I need to be or to be able to accomplish the things that I wanted in life because if you want it, then it's meant to be. I wanted more in life, so I didn't stop just in Louisiana. I kept going. I kept going. I kept going. I kept going until I finally found where my luck was at, or my blessings, whatever you would call. People say, oh, my luck was here, or my blessings were here. I say my luck, whatever, because I'm a very lucky person. So I say, oh, my luck was here. This is where the luck was meant for me at. Because when you know it's meant, everything will start happening good for you in that place, in that area, when it's meant to be. It's everything gonna open up. You won't need nobody help. Everything gonna fall into place for you. Everything gonna go into place. It's gonna be like pop, 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 pop. Everything gonna fall into place. And when things like that does that, that mean it was meant. It's rolling out the carpet for you, the red carpet for you, so you can just walk onto it, to your blessings. That's all you gotta do is just walk on the red carpet because it was meant. It just wasn't meant those other times when you wanted it and it didn't come to you. It didn't mean that you wasn't gonna get it. It just mean it wasn't the right time in the right place. But when you get in the right place and the right time, and when it's the right time to receive things in order to encounter things and get things, everything will unfold for you. Everything will blossom, I call it. Like the flowers, when they blossom, it looks so beautiful when they grow and blossom. That means it is growing. It's coming to be what it was meant to be. It started off as a little rose. And then that rose just blossomed into a very big, beautiful rose. And that's how things do. You have to let it foreplay. You have to let it blossom on its own when something is meant for you and it's coming for you. You just can't give up. And you can't give up on your focus and what you believe. Because if you do, you mess up your whole surroundings. You make everything slow down for yourself. It starts to slow down because things will only work on your belief or what you believe. And if you have faith, it's going to work. But if you have doubt and fear, everything is going to crumble. It's going to crumble just like I can take this piece of paper and crumble it up. That's how it's going to do. It's going to crumble because why? You didn't believe in yourself first. In order for you to be successful or you to have anything that's, if you want it and it's meant to be, in order for you to have anything that you want or meant to be, you have to believe in yourself. You are your biggest fan. You're your number one fan. Because you're the only one that can push yourself and motivate yourself every day to get up and go after it. Nobody's going to push you and love you as much as you do and push yourself. Yeah, you're going to have people come around that's going to help you, but I guarantee you they won't be there every day to help you get out of bed to go and do your success. Because after a while, some people get jealous and they'll start getting envy of what you have because you are starting to blossom now. Everybody's knowing your name. Oh, Lacey's all over the blogs now. Lacey is all over the TVs now. Lacey's all over. So then you start to lose friends. Not because you change, it's because people change when you start accomplishing and achieving things that are much bigger in life than what they are doing. They're gonna put it that you change. They're gonna say, "Oh, the money change. You owe to this." That's a lie. People change. I learned when my life started to change and I started to get better in life and I started to do things that was really meant for. I lost so many people that was so-called friends. They weren't a friend from the jump because if they really was a friend, they would have stick with me and they would have stick there by my side and they wouldn't let go. They would give up on me. I knew they wasn't meant and I knew they wasn't friends. Because a real friend and a true person doesn't give up on anybody. They go after what they want. So that's how I knew that it they wasn't the ones meant for me. God had to cut them off so I can see where I needed to be and I learned. As the road now that I'm taking, I learned to take it by myself. I can tell you fully now, I don't have no friends. I don't even conversate on the phone with a female or anyone as a friendship because I know that they are not friends. They'll be more jealous of what you have and what you're doing than being there for you. I have met strangers, and believe it or not, older people has been more of a friend and more there for me than younger people. So I love my elderlies and the senior citizens because they always support me and they are more down for you than your own people because they get jealous. Your own age group get jealous of what you're doing, and you have to understand when you go to the top, it's a lot you have to leave at the bottom. If you listen to a lot of these songs that these rappers make and people make, they telling you that they couldn't bring everybody to the top with them. They had to leave a lot at the bottom. So I couldn't bring everybody to the top with me. The only ones that I brung with me was just myself and my children. Because I knew at the end they were the only ones that would ever mean me well and would ever be happy for my success. So when I learned these things, I begin to believe in myself more. I begin to detach myself from people that didn't mean me any good or wasn't going where I was going. I started detaching myself from them. I start dropping them off of me without them even understanding. Not in a bad way. I didn't tell them anything bad. I just stopped calling. I stopped talking to them. I just stopped because I could have people out. I could have see jealousy. I could have see things in people that I knew wasn't right. I had one person I went by and I found it was very distracted and very, I caught on very fast because I'm very smart. I had left to go to the store and I had stayed there for like the little weekend. Now, I grew up with this person. I'm not going to say their name. I grew up with her and been known her, her family, her brothers, her sisters, her mom, her family. We grew up together and we had never seen each other in approximately maybe 20 years. From the last time I remember seeing her, I was maybe 14, 15 years old. And I finally had a chance this year to go and see her. She reached out to me and I went to go there, go chill with her and stuff. And at the time when I went, I was in one of my other vehicles, my older vehicle, because my older vehicle was the only one I could have used at the time because the other one was broke and it was in the shop, my newer vehicle. So I pulled up in my older vehicle because I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm just appreciative that I had a transportation to drive in. And I remember coming back and this girl was talking about her friend and oh, she don't just pretend to live the life. She lived that life. She got the car, she got the dog, she got the this. And I was listening to her, and as I was listening to her, my spirit told me she's talking about you. But I caught on very smooth, but I didn't say anything. I caught on to everything she was trying to say. She was trying to say because I had lavish purse, I had Louis Vuitton purse, Gucci purses, and real purses. These are real things I have. And she was trying to say, well, the vehicle you came in doesn't say that you're living the life. That's a person that I knew was jealous, and I knew a person like that couldn't ever be a friend of mine, and she wouldn't ever go anywhere with me because I wasn't stunting or anything. I just couldn't help the situation how my transportation turned out. I promised her and told her I was coming, and when I tell somebody something, I mean my word. So when she did that, it showed me her character, and I knew that she wouldn't ever be nobody that would come to the top with me because you somebody that's talking down on me. You are someone that don't even know me from we only knew when we were young, but we didn't grew up now. Things are different. I didn't ever go to our house and judge her and say, oh, she living in this, she driving this. I can care less as long as she have a place to live in, she have a car to drive. That's all that matters. She didn't know that that wasn't my only vehicle that she seen me in. She just seen me in the vehicle that was more older because I've been having it for years, but it's a good vehicle. But she don't know my nice vehicles, my good vehicles. If she would see that vehicle, she wouldn't be able to say anything, which I'm not a person to compete because I don't ever do that. That's why I didn't ever go back to show her my other new vehicles because I didn't feel it was meant. I knew a person like that, she was judgmental. She was worried about her friend and comparing me and her friend together, saying, oh, my friend got this and this, her mom and dad do this, she got this, she drives the nice cars, she walks out with the person, she got the dog. I can care less if she walks out with 50 dogs in her hand. That's her business. It seems like you are jealous of your friend too because study worrying about what your friend have. Get what your friend have and study worrying about it. Because I wouldn't worry about what you have. I would try to get with you what I can get or get better. So that's how I know that's people that are simple minded. They're not going nowhere. That's why I eliminate myself from people. As you can see why I don't have friends. And I know they're not real. But that was just an example of a true story I was sharing with you that really happened to me this year of going to see somebody and was excited to see her. And when I left, I was like, I remember saying, I'm not ever going back around her again. And I ever went back around her. I don't even talk to her. I could care less if I ever see her. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I knew she wasn't real. That was really dirty to say that. And I knew she was talking about me because my spirit told me. When I pulled up, everybody got quiet. They all got quiet. That's when you know somebody talking about you. My spirit tells me because the God that lives within me and guides me and tells me when somebody care about me. And they told me, say, no, she jealous of. She will put you down because she think you're not living the way you're saying you're living. So when I see that, I say I won't say any more else. I'll just let people like that see it on their own. So always remember, if you want it, then it's meant to be. Don't worry about people negativity. Don't worry about the haters that's gonna hate and say, oh, you can't get this, oh, you don't have this now. You'll turn out to have more than them in life. While they hate on you, they missing it for getting their own blessings. They stopping their own life and their own self because they too busy hating on you. Instead of focusing on themselves or what they want to accomplish and achieve in this world, they too busy worried about what you have. That's people that will be left behind and they're stuck. That's called simple-minded people. Some people won't ever go nowhere in life because they stay stuck. They're not ever able to get over that hump of where they need to be. So some people come on the earth and their talents and their gifts are wasted. All the talents and gift that God gave to them, they didn't ever use it. They have a lot of people come on the earth and don't use none of the talents or gifts they're given. And these talents and gifts were meant, but they didn't pursue it. They always allowed something or somebody or a situation to stop their life. They wasn't ever able to get to where they needed to be, where it was meant to be. That's what everybody in the world has to focus on. What is meant to be in your life is where you need to get. Not so much worrying about the people and the things that you have now. You need to get to where it's meant for you, where things are meant to happen, where things are going to happen once you get there. But if you can't ever allow yourself to get to where it's meant to be, then of course you won't ever get what's meant for you. You wasn't ever able to get to the dock. If James tell me, Lacey, the only way you can make it to America and survive, you have to make it to this dock, Lacey. That's where the boat will be waiting for you. I know James told me I have to get to the boat. So I know this dock is meant for me to get there. Whatever I have to do, I have to find that dock. If I give up on the first couple of tries that I'm looking for the dock, the first 2-3 tries I can't find, and I just say, oh, I'm not going to never find it, it's not meant, I gave up on myself and I gave up on life. But if I say this is the third time and I still haven't found it, but I won't stop until I get there, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to find it. Because it was meant. I was so determined. I wouldn't give up on myself. I wouldn't give up on the prize of getting to the dock. Because I know as soon as I get to the dock, this boat will lead me to America to success. So I know if I stay back in Germany or wherever I'm at, I won't go anywhere because it's not meant there. Soon as I find the boat and I get on the boat, everything starts to open up for me. It's because it was meant. I got to the prize. I finally was able to receive it. I allowed myself to receive it. And once you allow yourself to receive it, it's going to come to you freely. Open arms. It's going to be like this to you. It's going to be ready to hug you in. But you got to be ready for it. You can't doubt. You can't allow other people to bring you down or what they think about you, what they say. They're simple-minded. They mean nothing. You shouldn't even worry about those people. You shouldn't even focus about those people. So when I learn those things and I know, I can feel and I can see things. You have to be really, really ready. If it's meant to be, then it's meant. If you want it, it's meant to be. You just got to be really and ready to receive it. And don't let nothing stop you. Go for the prize. Go for it. Run, walk. If you want it, it is meant to be. But it's if you want it. If you don't want it and you don't go after it, listen, nothing will be meant to be for you. You have to want it. So I always ask everybody after every one of my videos, we all a team. We are in this together. Go on there, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the post notification button. Leave any comments you may have. Go out there. Don't be afraid. Comment. Leave a comment. I'm going to comment back and let you know I'm there. I'm listening. I'm there. Comment. Be there. Supportive. The videos are there to help you. They're in here to engage you. If you feel there's anything more I should be doing or I'm lacking on, leave a comment. Let me know more things I can spark up on the videos or new adventures or whatever you may think. I'm here to listen to everyone because we're team players. I'm a team player. I play as a team. I won't go against you. I'm going to stay with you. So at the end of the day, I'm here. Let me know anything you feel or have questions on. And I thank everyone for staying tuned into my videos, the ones that do. I appreciate it. And I hope that everybody have a wonderful day and enjoy your holidays. And until next time, be blessed and be safe. Next time.